just all right, go ahead.
All right, me?
Yes.
Okay, before I go on, I had one to throw on there since nobody else said anything. You just got to understand, I'm on my healing journey.
Mm-hmm.
That's so being on your healing journey mean you can take me through there and drag me alongside the car. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so it sounds good at first, but then you're like, wait a minute. Yeah. Wait a minute. And that actually kind of goes into where we're going next. Therapy language as manipulation. So that's weaponized vulnerability, diagnosed as a shield, performing healing versus practicing healing. Insight without repair is not healing, it's rehearsal. So the simple acknowledgement of something that is impacting other people is not enough. And a lot of people say, well, I realize that. Realizing doesn't equate to change. There needs to be an actionable response to that statement. You can't just say it. You have to show it.
Although we could say, that realizing it is the first step. You got to acknowledge there's a problem, before you can fix it.
Yeah.
But the work doesn't stop there.
Yeah. Alrighty, and for this, y'all know we love our case studies. We love us a good case study over here at Triskelion House. Weaponized therapy, language, and abusive dynamics. The narrative summary states a partner repeatedly dismisses harm by saying they are processing trauma and cannot engage in repair, while continuing emotionally abusive behavior patterns. This source comes from Bancroft L. 2002. The title of that manuscript is The Batterer as Parent. It was in Psychology Today, when therapy language becomes a tool of control. And we are also going to put those all in the chat so that, we won't share anything with you that you can't go and research and learn for yourself. So all of tonight's references will be in the chat for you guys to go to and refer to later. Alrighty. So therapy language increase the power imbalance instead of reducing it. It's like people that sound smart. You're saying a lot of big words, but you're not really addressing anything. So that therapy language, again, it has to be followed by something actionable, because other than that, is especially in a power imbalance, it doesn't really. It kind of leaves you in stagnation a little bit.
Okay. I think Star came in. Can you make sure you on mute? Thank you. And you take it back off. One more time.
That might be me.
No, that's Star.
Okay.
Star, can you put it on mute?
Hold on. Sorry about that.
Okay. I think it's on now.
Am I on mute now?
No.
Nah. Just hit mute now.
Okay, I'm trying not to. Hold on.
There you go. You got it now. Damn it, she undid it again.
Okay. Right. I'm sorry, y'all.
There you go. Just one time. Just tap.
Okay, I see it.
There we go.
All right.
All righty, Miss Summer.
All righty. I'm silly. In kink, when a dom or top does this, the power dynamic multiplies the harm. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the audience again. Have you seen this in kink or poly spaces? Often, sometimes, never. I think we had, I think Shay said something in the chat. She can't come off mute because of her throat. Can you check the chat, Sheba? So anyone can answer or come off mute.
Okay, Shay in the chat, she said, I have a sore throat, so I can't unmute. But for example, someone saying, I'm protecting my peace.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one.
Hey, sometimes you gotta say that.
Or I don't have to explain myself, and using that to avoid dialogue or repair. people throwing around sometimes confusing boundaries with walls. They simply don't want to be challenged and are emotionally lazy. Girl, I'm at your throat story because that was a whole little world.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Listen,
that was a good one. I know Sanger can build on that one a little bit. Right, where we at? Summer. Oh, we still asking questions.
Yeah. Anybody else in the chat?
Star said something.
She said, I never had that before, but I'm down for protecting my peace.
Yeah, and that's you're supposed to protect your peace. Right, you're supposed to protect your peace. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, I see Sanger, you keep opening your eyes all big. I know you got something to say, so let's go ahead and hear from Sanger.
I agree with protecting your peace, but you need to discuss what's the boundary with your peace, with your part. They need to know. If they don't know, then that's a whole different trigger. So me personally, I would have a conversation saying, look, I feel my peace is being threatened. This is not what we in for. This is not how we communicate. I need you to have your peace. I need to have my peace so we can continue this. It's a simple conversation. If it does not become a simple conversation and it becomes more an aggressive conversation, the person that's being aggressive is the disturber of the peace. Then you need to make a decision.
Yeah. That talk.
Definitely. I also have another one. I'll go back to the audience. So what phrase do you hear the most that makes your stomach drop? I think we might have covered a couple. I like protecting my peace. Yeah, ain't no toxicity in that because I didn't say it. I ain't say the other ones. I was smiling hard when you was reading Shay, but I was just smiling. I don't say the other.
No. Listen, you do say it, but we're not talking about the way you say it. We saying when you say protecting my peace as a means of avoidance.
Right. You don't want to have this conversation and it's going to trigger you in some way. So you're like, you know what? I don't want to talk right now. I got to protect my peace. Although understandable in the moment, long term, it's not conducive to a good dynamic.
No, not at all.
Things down, and that's what this whole conversation is about.
Because at some point you got to come back. Okay, go protect your peace, but calm down and come back.
I have another one.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, I am recently diagnosed fully menopausal since last year. So, a lot of my statements was, "Oh my God, this is really stressing me out. I'm menopausal. I can't deal with the conversation right now," because it would overwhelm me and I would start getting clammy and sweaty. So it's a sign of avoidance. But then later on, sometimes I just need time to calm down and let my heat flash go away before I actually have the conversation. So it's not that I'm avoiding the conversation because I like to talk and I like to communicate. But sometimes I say, hey, I'm menopausal. I can't deal right now. It's just because I get clammy and I get stressed out and I get overwhelmed and I start sweating and then I can't think clearly. So sometimes I use that not to avoid, just so I can just take a moment and step back.
Queen, may I speak?
Yes, please.
I totally agree with you. And I know since you are married and you do identify with your spouse, you know what? Right now, I'm in a menopausal feeling right now. This is not a good communication level. Let me take care of me first, bring down anxiety.
Yeah.
If you do take meds, take your meds. If you take an herbal, take herbal. And then come back to your spouse and say, you know what? Now we can talk because now I can hear you.
Yes.
And not be fogged by you.
Correct. And at first, I didn't know because I'm still learning. I'm only a year. This is the second year fully that I'm in it. So at first, I didn't know what it was. But now I'm learning just to, you know what? Let me go take my meds. Let me go get on my knees and meditate real quick. I'm gonna come back. Maybe tomorrow, but I'm gonna come back.
We can talk offline on that one.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we have Shay in the chat. She said, taking a moment is healthy and it's not avoidance. Although people do use avoidance as a manipulation tactic. Taking time if needed, but returning to the conversation when you are able to communicate safely is a very healthy response.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the key, is returning to the conversation and allowing the conversation to happen. The problem comes when it's being used consistently to put off a conversation or, not have the conversation. And it's a personal thing. Nobody can tell you, look, if you put it off 3 times, you're avoiding it. Nobody can say that to you. You know when you're ready to have the conversation. And this is when the challenge of real growth comes in, because you're allowed to get some space, but in order to grow, you got to still have the conversation. You got to still come back and slug it out. Like, look, it was hard for me at the moment to deal with, but here we are. I want to talk about it again. Like, let's get through this, because this is the process. No pain, no gain, right? So you got to push through at times. And that's what this whole thing is about. Too often people start using these ideas of protecting one's peace or whatnot to put a conversation off, to put an instant guard up. Oh, I'm triggered. You triggered me, so I don't want to talk to you. There's no room for that in real dynamics that you're trying to build, at least not long term. These are short term Band-Aid fixes, but the problem is still the problem, right?
Yeah.
Right. All right. All right. Moving on to the next. It's in there.
All righty. So we're going to go ahead and go over boundaries versus avoidance. So what healthy boundaries look like? What avoidance disguised as boundaries look like? Let's see. So a boundary protects connection. Avoidance protects comfort.
And attachment styles are trauma responses that mimic boundaries. I know, right?
Okay.
Listen, I'm saying it again. Trauma responses, attachment styles are trauma responses that mimic boundaries.
I like that one, because that one kind of makes you look a little deeper into it. It's more than, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. That's why I had to repeat it twice. The second time was for me.
Say it again.
Again.
And I'm spinning the block on y'all one more time. I got a case study for this wonderful topic Summer is talking about tonight. This is titled Attachment, Avoidance, and Boundaries. The narrative summary: individuals using I need space repeatedly to avoid repair conversations resulted in relational collapse. The source from this is Journal of Trauma and Dissociation. The year was 2018 at the Gottman Institute. That particular journal was stonewalling versus healthy boundaries. And I just got a line for y'all in relation to this. If your boundary never allows reconnection, it's not a boundary. It's an exit.
Boom. Let that one sink in for a second. That one goes all the way back to what I just said. Like, if you're not coming back to the conversation, you're just looking for a way out of the conversation.
Because boundaries still allow relationships. People just forget they're about compromise. Some people think that my boundary is this hard line. This is it's a wall. And that's not, when you frame it like that, you pretty much are looking for the exit, because you can't sustain a healthy dynamic in that kind of energy.
Right. Yeah. Summer, where you at? Avoidance blocks your number and goes your therapist.
You know what? While I was looking at it, trying not to laugh, I'm like, what? Ghost blocked. Oh, I'm thinking ghosting. Sorry, y'all. It's been a long day.
She was
So how do you tell the difference? How do you tell the difference between space and shutdown? Let's see. Let's ask somebody.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I had to think, right?
Let's ask somebody. Let's ask Sugar. She trying not to look at the camera like, oh.
I know. Look, hey girl, hey.
As long as I don't look at the camera, I'm all right. No.
We see you. Put the church finger up.
You can always put something in the chat, sugar.
Okay. Good evening. You said what now?
How do you tell the difference between space and shutdown? Like if someone's going through something and they say they need space, how do you tell the difference between someone that's saying they're going through something and they're going to come back to the conversation as opposed to someone that's like looking for a way out of the conversation altogether?
For me, it would be tone of voice.
Mm.
That would be like um, my first thing, my first notion. Like sometimes you can just say stuff wrong and it don't be right. Like if I'm talking to you and we having a normal conversation and everybody's tone is of a normal tone and all of a sudden you bust out and say, I need some motherfucking space.
Yeah,
Well, damn.
yeah, that's
It's
that
a
a
little
good example.
tony. But if you're honest about it and you like, hey, I'm going through a lot right now and I really think I just need some space.
Mm-hmm.
And see how different it sounded. It didn't sound like you was ready to like throw that person off of a cliff. Um, I am passive aggressive, and I avoid confrontation like the plague. So, and that's something that I got to stop doing. But my friends tell me all the time, ghosting is bad behavior. I don't ask for space. I just don't talk to you. I
Mm.
act like you don't exist. I let the phone ring. I sit there and look at it. And
Mm.
that's something that I myself have to work on. I have very bad flaws when it comes to space and stuff like that because I'm over here. I be by myself a lot. Only person be with me is this little nigga right here. So,
She's a cat lady.
yeah, and I feed 7 strays. He the only one in the house. But anyway,
Uh,
I don't do well with people being in my space a whole lot. I remember when I was strictly monogamous and I had a guy would come over and he would spend the night or whatever. At a certain time of the morning, I get jerky. I get the feeling antsy. I'm trying to figure out why he's still there. It's time for me to get ready to go to work. It's 9 o'clock. You just laying up. Time to go.
what you
And it
about to
just
do?
would bother me. And I didn't
Yeah.
know how to say it. I didn't know how to say it's 9 o'clock, get out. So
Definitely ain't like that, but yeah.
it'd be weird.
That's
But
that pun you just talking about. Get
it
your
just
ass out.
depends. Yeah, I be trying to be nice, but I ain't. But it just depends on it depends on the type of space that you're in. It depends on your tone of voice. It can give you a different vibe, just like I experienced, like I said it earlier. So I think that the thing about it is if you know that person well enough to where it comes out calm and it comes out where I need this, then you would kind of be an asshole not to give them what they're asking for. But of course, a lot of people will use that as I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't really like you. And instead of just coming out and saying it, people this got ain't got thick skin and stuff. So you just have to communication is it's a lot of communication involved.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You asked me, that's the only answer I got.
Yeah, I
Hey,
love it.
it's a
I love it.
great answer. Yeah.
We have another one.
We do. Miss Shay is chiming in again. I say the energy behind it and the purpose. Space is a pause or rest with intention to return and shut down vanishes. I.e., space communicates preserving the connection, shut down evaporates protecting the womb. Girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That's a really good explanation. That's exactly hit it right on the head.
He ain't said nothing wrong yet.
Yeah, she hit it right on the head.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one there.
That is a very, very good.
Yes, it is.
It evaporates protection to the bone.
Essentially, that's it. I couldn't have said it better myself. It is what it is, and that's what that is.
I'm about to start reaching out to my friends that ain't called me in a minute and tell them that.
Right.
You let space evaporate the protection on them.
Evaporate.
Evaporate.
That's funny. So it's time. I got to do a little shameless plug for the Academy. Although I will admit we're having some issues today with something going on with the Academy. We're working on fixing it, but I'm gonna plug it anyway because we need this information. It's www.triskelionsacademy.com. Summer's gonna go ahead and put it in the link. Put the link in the chats for us. So if you want to go through and check it out right now, but maybe you could save it or something. Most of y'all are already in it. If you're not, go ahead and you can go right to it and save it, bookmark it. It should be up tomorrow. But yeah, we're putting some new courses in there. We're actually redoing the novice course that we were doing, making it a little, just updating it a little bit with some newer information, some newer resources, and just trying to make the whole thing a little more user friendly for everybody. So yeah, if you got some constructive criticism, give it back to us. We like it because it helps us make things better for everybody. So yeah, there's that. So for all of you that were asking to learn this in a structured and more healthy way, this is why we exist.
Alrighty. And our school community is where these conversations continue with moderation, safety, and depth. So all of these discussions from Tuesday Talks are uploaded throughout the year on school as well.
Right. Make sure you drop if you need someone to send you the link or anything like that for either the Academy or even the school community, just type Academy in the chat. And when we go back through tonight, we'll make sure we get something out to you. Welcome packet of sorts.
Mm-hmm. All righty. So what'd you say, honey bunny?
I think Star said something in the chat, Sheba, check about the free the novice course, I think.
Yeah. So there are free courses. Just click that link, Star, and it'll take you to, well, not tonight, like you said, but should be back up tomorrow, and that link will take you to our free novice course.
Mm-hmm. Still free.
We're just
not
updating.
Today. Look, just not today.
Just not today. All right, so we're going to continue on.
I will.
Okay. So continuing on, this next segment is entitlement, victimhood, and power. Healing as identity, fragility as entitlement, victimhood used to avoid responsibility.
Whoa. You're getting kind of deep now.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
I can say I was stuck in that for a while.
Say the topic one more time.
The topic, this is entitlement, victimhood, and power. That top one, healing his identity, I identified. I was stuck in a healing room, vacuum for so long that I realized, like, at some point, you gotta act healed. You can't just be healing all the time. At some point, you gotta reach the ending of this stage, because a lot of us got multiple traumas that you can't handle and tackle it all at once.
Right. And it opened everything when you did.
It does. Pandora's box. But just in case anybody knows the other two, fragility as entitlement and victimhood used to avoid responsibility. So
let's talk about fragility as entitlement. This one is good. It's funny for me, especially because I was involved with someone who this was their thing. Basically couldn't tell them nothing. Every time you make a correction or you say, hey, it would be better if you do it this way, they just fall to pieces. Oh, I'm not good enough. I guess I'm not doing it right. Maybe you should move on from me. Maybe I ain't the best thing for you right now. And I understand where it comes from. I understand where that trauma comes from. However, living perpetually in this space is dangerous because you become a victim. Now everything that happens to you. Everything that happens, it's designed in some weird way to keep you down or whatever. It's a dangerous space to be in. So although we're allowed to feel the feelings, we're allowed to even at times we might be victimized. You're allowed to feel that as well. The problem comes when it's a normal thing for you now, where you're just always in a space of can't be told anything because you feel like you're being attacked for every little thing. You feel like nobody should tell you anything because you're just a baby, and nobody wants to hear that. The baby don't want to hear that. Y'all know what I'm getting at too. It's a lot of littles go through that. It is what it is though. We talking for real now. Look at Stephanie smiling. She know what's up. Yeah. So yeah, and that victimhood used to avoid responsibility. Hey, that kind of goes without saying.
Why did you do that to me? But I was hurting.
Mm-hmm.
I was hurting, so I hurt you.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like just because you're a victim, don't mean you got to victimize somebody.
Right.
Definitely, and that definitely has an impact in a DS dynamic when tops hide behind growth language. So we have another case study: accountability and therapeutic communities. So therapeutic groups where leaders avoided accountability under the banner of trauma recovery, leading to repeated boundary violations. And this is, we'll go ahead and drop the sources in there, but this is from a source called Vanderkolk, published in 2014. The Body Keeps the Score. Also, Harvard Health, Trauma Recovery and Accountability are our case study sources.
Yeah, and in this case, healing that avoids repair is incomplete healing.
Right. Yeah. Type accountability if you believe repair is part of healing. Here. Yeah. If it's part of healing, type accountability. If you believe that repair is part of healing,
very good.
Type accountability.
Very good.
Slow it down sometimes. I get a little excited. All right, I see somebody's typing it.
Yeah, we definitely have some in here. Yay.
All right.
All righty. So we're going to go ahead and go to the fun interactive segment. Red flag, which we talk about a lot in the S-Type chat, real healing. So I'm going to go ahead and read a few statements. You tell us red flag or real healing. So the first statement is, I can't apologize because I'm protecting my nervous system. Is that a red flag or real healing?
Red flag? Like a red flag to me.
Somebody starts that real healing.
I said real healing.
What red flag?
Red flag. Okay.
Red flag and really healing.
It could be. Could be both. It could be.
Yeah.
However, I'm more inclined to believe that it's a red flag over real healing. Although I could see how it could be taken as both. But yeah, for the sake of this conversation, we're going to say that's more of a red flag than real healing. Healing. Well, I don't know what the hell's going on in my mouth today. I can't seem to get right. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's that pyramid lip gloss.
Don't play around me.
She got my
the
lips
lip gloss got you, Daddy.
Got some peppermint chapstick, and he talking about, I think I'm having an allergic reaction to you.
My lips be tingling and shit. What the hell is that? Trying to poison me, poison ivy.
Your lips are mine.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next statement. Excuse me. So the next statement is, I hurt you, I'm triggered, and I'm responsible. Is that a red flag or real healing?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, it is supposed to tingle. It's peppermint. Daddy is supposed to tingle. That's right. It's peppermint. You got real stuff.
Why would you put peppermint on your lips?
Because it medicates to keep it moisturized and penetrates the skin lip.
She like lip plumper, Daddy.
Just put some damn Vaseline on that bitch.
You got tiny lips.
Put some Vaseline on that hole, and you all right.
I'm stretching for an upper lip. Come on.
Welcome to my world, y'all.
Okay, but that one, let's see. Let's check the chat. Yeah, see what everybody is saying.
Yes, Queen said, can I read it again? So it says, the statement is, I hurt you, I'm triggered, and I'm responsible. Is that a red flag or healing?
Shay says real healing. Sugar, real healing. King Kev, real healing. Stephanie, right on the money, real healing. Sugar said Vaseline make you look like you've been eating chicken sometimes.
And what's the problem with that?
I'm not one for a glossy lip. Even in lipstick, I do matte. So I don't buy lip gloss. I just need something that's gonna moisturize my lips so my lipstick go on right.
I do. The glossier the better. They would have been glossing tonight, but I decided to do a little brown. So I'm
nothing wrong with that.
Queen said red flag. Girl, step to the mic.
Red flag.
Step to the mic, Queen. I want to hear, because I was kind of torn. I want to hear why you think it's a red flag.
Okay, read the question one more time, and I'm going to just go for it and tell you why I said red flag.
I hurt you. Oh, go. No, you go ahead.
You go.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. I hurt you.
No, I'm going to go. I hurt you. I'm triggered, and I'm responsible.
Because something that I learned earlier this year, that we are only responsible for our own triggers. Even though things trigger us, that someone that cares for us may do, we're still responsible for our own triggers. How we deal with them, how we react to them, how we communicate through them. We're still responsible for our own triggers. We can't blame our triggers on the other person because sometimes they may know what it is, but no, the healing part is my job to heal through my own triggers. That's why I said it may be a red flag, because I'm not responsible for yours. I'm responsible for my own. And it's not my fault that you're triggered. You're triggered because you're triggered by your own triggers. So I had to learn that, because that was me earlier this year.
Yeah.
Like I was being triggered by
yeah. We also had a lot that said that was real growth as well. Real healing.
That stood out to me, Queen. That's why I called on her, because Queen was the only one I saw that said red flag. And I just want to hear why, because the way it's kind of written, I was like, could this be a red flag? Mm-hmm. Like maybe it's the comma in a certain place. I don't know.
All right. So this next,
this might be one of them. I want to see why somebody would say it was a red flag as well. I mean, real healing.
We got another one
here. I'm looking to see if I got any more.
Someone said real healing.
Yeah, one of the real healings.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and call on King Kev.
King Kev. Let's hear why it's real healing.
Again, could you repeat again?
Yes. We're looking. So the statement was, "I hurt you. I'm triggered, and I'm responsible." I believe you said that was real healing.
Yeah, it can be real healing. It depends on the intentions of the person, but to me, it's the person is taking accountability. You know what I'm saying, to the situation and communicating clearly, with their partner or with that person. So that's why I said it was real healing. Then that gives opportunity for the person that was hurt in the situation for them to be able to communicate how they feel, then they can move forward from there.
Absolutely. And that's what I heard. When I heard it, that's what I heard. Is someone recognizing the situation, saying, I recognize that I hurt you, maybe by something I said. I said it because I'm triggered, but I'm responsible. That means they're taking it on themselves to say it's up to me to change my feeling about this so that I can communicate to you in a better way without hurting you. But the question itself was kind of worded a little.
Yeah.
So it could have gone either way, but I believe everybody gets the point.
Yeah.
Of what we're trying to say with that.
Yeah, I think that one is one of those when my girl Sugar said it's the tone or the energy behind it. That one thing can go either way.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have any more?
Next one.
All righty. So the last one is my therapist. I think my therapist might have said this. My therapist said I don't owe anyone anything. I think mine did say that at some point. Is that a red flag or real healing?
This is a good one too. This is going to be a good conversation. Because I know it's going to go both ways. So I just need one person from each side to be able to explain their perspective so we can all kind of see. Queen said red flag and real healing. It is. It's definitely designed that way to be both. So that's why we want to get the conversation going. I'm going to choose somebody if nobody don't want to.
So let's see here.
They're in the chat. Yeah.
Sugar said red flag with real healing tendencies. All right.
Okay.
Shay said it depends on how it's being used.
Exactly. That's exactly the key to it. Yeah. Again, going right back to what Sugar said, it's about tone.
Yeah.
In this case, not necessarily the tone in which you speak it, but the context of why you're speaking it and why you're saying it. It has a major part to play in that. So I just want to get one from each. So if we can find one red flag and one person that's willing to speak on the real growth or real healing.
Okay. Let's see here. Queen said red flag and real healing. Pick one. Star said real healing. Stephanie said, that can be both. We got Sugar and Shay's responses.
Okay, so let's hear from Queen why it's a red flag.
I think it's a red flag because that's a part of being avoidance to someone else. So even though your therapist said it may be good for you to do that, but that's not good communication skills, especially with your partner or your D type, or even with your friends or family. I don't want to have to deal with you, so I'm gonna just avoid you. But that's not good on communication or how to heal an issue. So that's why I think it's a red flag.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And Shay chimed in. I was waiting to see what she had to say. She said, you are allowed to choose yourself without guilt. That's real healing. I can do whatever I want and call it boundaries. That's the red flag. It's I don't owe access versus I don't owe accountability.
She on it.
Listen, every time I was looking when she just said that one little line, I'm like, oh, that's all she got.
Yeah,
I love it. These statements are, like you said, they were all kind of meant to spark a conversation because a lot of times that line is so blurry between being healed and acting healed that it really just depends on the situation that you're in. That my therapist said I don't owe anyone anything. I can personally say the moment I read that earlier, I was like, red flag, red flag, red flag. And for me, that was because it's a tool for avoidance. That I don't owe anyone anything means that even if I wronged you, I don't owe you an apology. It goes back to earlier. I'm protecting my peace.
Well, when my therapist said it wasn't in that context. It was more of you need to start living for yourself. You don't owe anyone your life anymore. Your child grown. It was in that context, not as like it
That was
avoidance. So let me clear that up. I got a great therapist.
There's something else to think about. For me, it's not so much about whether you have to or whether you owe someone this or not, but in context, whether this person, this individual, this relationship, dynamic, whatever it is, means enough to you that you do anyway. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody, but do I matter enough that you will anyway, to the best of your ability?
Right.
So that's where I'm at with that. But that was a good one.
Yeah.
Definitely a good one.
Yeah.
Thought-provoking stuff going on here.
I know. Listen, I'm still stuck on I can't apologize because I'm protecting my nervous system.
Nervous system.
What is that?
That is wild.
I can't talk. Okay, but I can't apologize.
I'm protecting my nervous system.
If they sorry, it physically makes me ill if I apologize.
Right. This is not going to go well if I apologize. So go ahead, Sugar.
I said it was a red flag because my brother used it on me and my sister and my dad when he was doing his little, I'ma stalk my ex-girlfriend because she treated me like crap. So I'ma stalk her to make sure that every other dude knows that she treated me like crap. So yeah, it was real weird. And he ran up talking about some, my therapist told me this, and my therapist told me that, and my therapist told me y'all the real problem. I said, your therapist is raping you with no Vaseline because you play too much. But it was just weird because sometimes people use I'm here to experience that people use their afflictions and use different things that's wrong with them for weakness sometimes. They'll sit up and say, well, I'm a private person. I don't want nobody to know my struggles, da 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 da. And, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But when you get around, your crowd of people that know that you a little touched or whatever, you act out. And it be so weird because it's like, you just got through telling me at the house that you a private person. But then you get out here and you like your slip be showing, and it's cause you pulled it down there. And it I just don't like, and we talk about red flags and real intent, and but people use these things against you, especially when they know that they slick kind of got you in their back pocket. And you can get pulled out whenever, and it ain't even got to be all the way pulled out. They just pull you out enough to show people that they got you in their pocket. And I hate that these people out here that's like that because you use people's vulnerability against them. And then you sit up and say, well, this triggered me, or I can't talk about this because my therapist said that everything is not my fault, and my therapist said I'm supposed to protect my feelings. No, your therapist thought that you was a sane human individual that took accountability for your problems. So when she told you that, she purely thought that you would have the brain span of a normal human being instead of having the brain span of a frog up underneath a rock. And it turns into almost like abuse because people use their things that's wrong with them for attention. Especially when they ain't been used to getting no attention. You mess around and carry somebody. One of my exes was bipolar, like medically bipolar. He had been medically bipolar since he was 15 years old and was on anyway. But he would use that. He would use that. Certain things would happen where you don't even have a reason to use the fact that you're bipolar for this conversation. And you turn around and tell everybody, I don't want nobody to know because people are gonna call me crazy, and then you use it. When we go out of town or something happens where you're triggered or whatever, and then all of a sudden, well, you knew I was bipolar. Well, come on, hold on, bro. So people use things.
If you want cheese on your burger or not.
People use things for vulnerability purposes. And you think, and I'm sorry, I had a whole rose-colored glasses situation. I thought that when I got into the kink lifestyle or when I got into the poly lifestyle, because I was a unicorn, I was a swinger. So I thought that when I got into this lifestyle that things would be just laid out and everything would be crystal clear. That was the biggest lie I believe I've ever told myself in all my years. And I'm learning that now. And I do want to thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to learn stuff because being talked about in a place where you think that this your tribe and then you turn around and know that they're talking about you, it's really not cool. It's not cool at all.
Yeah.
No.
Ooh, preach. Whole word.
It's definitely not. It's definitely not cool at all.
F them shit.
But you know, we in a different space now, and in this space that we in, and the space we try to procure, there's not going to be there's none of that. We nip it in the bud right away. I have no problem with kicking people out. I get a lot of drama in the community because of it, but I don't care not one little bit. So for me, as soon as I see it, they gone. Which brings me to my next point. The Obsidian Summit is a goal, y'all. We were talking about doing this Vegas trip. It is a goal, y'all. We making it happen. It's going to be so dope. It's going to be May 1st through May 3rd in Vegas. We're doing it big. It's going to be a little bit of everything. We're going to have roundtable leadership discussions, expert-led BDSM and relationship classes, all of these things we do in person. Formal black tie gala along with dinner. It's going to be pretty amazing. It's going to be pretty amazing. Let's not forget the party bus experience we're going to be doing on Friday night. The ATV desert rides we're going to be doing Saturday during the day. We're talking about doing a helicopter ride with champagne over to Vegas, looking out at the lights, having a sip before we go back and party some more with our people. It's going to be an amazing time. We're going to also be offering the night experience tier. Let me tell y'all what this is. This is dinner at the main table. This is a helicopter ride with champagne. This is time spent directly with us in our experience, just hanging out, chit-chatting all through the night, limo rides from one place to another. We're trying to do it real big. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure if y'all really excited about this the way we are, y'all go ahead and start securing your tickets early. The tickets are going to start going on sale in February. When those tickets go on sale, we're going to be offering different ways to pay it all up front. Obviously, we're also going to be offering the opportunity to spread it out in payments so it don't hurt nobody. We're trying to get everybody out there in this space that we're creating. We're not gonna have none of that stuff that you was talking about, Sugar. Ain't gonna be nobody in there talking about nobody. This is all good people that just want to be around other good people. So
this summit is gonna be about feeling power and not escaping accountability. I can't wait for those sessions, those workshops. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good time.
In the strip, everybody prepare to get your large, goofy, frozen drink.
Gotta have a big goofy drink.
You gotta have a big.
Gotta have it.
Really?
If you're really interested in going, you're really interested in this, just type Summit into the chat. And as soon as the packages drop, we'll send you a message so you can get in on it early on and get those early bird prices.
I can't wait. I'm sorry. This dog is. He now wants to get his rubbed in the middle of the thing. So I got some questions for you guys, just for our Q&A.
Stephanie wants to say one thing.
Yes, Miss Stephanie.
Yeah, going back to like the last one of like the avoidant thing, I think for me it's like a person telling you that this is going against their nervous system or whatever. It's like, yeah, I was saying in the chat, like, please don't tell me that. But I just feel like it is avoidant, but it's like if you keep avoiding things, it's like, is it ever fixed? You know what I mean? Like if you keep putting it off, because like there's one of my, and I think we talked about this in the main group before, like a person complaining about something or like avoiding something, but not remedying the problem. It's like you keep complaining about the problem, but you're not doing anything to fix it. And so that's one of my pet peeves. It's like a person complaining and not like doing anything about it. It's just like, why are you not doing anything to fix it? It's like it's gonna keep being a problem if you don't do anything about it. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Stephanie said, "Don't talk about it, be about it."
Right.
So I got a few questions for the audience. Feel free to hit up chat. Summer will be paying attention to the chat for these questions. So our first one is, how do we hold people accountable without shaming?
Yeah, I think that's got to be more on a interpersonal level, like the relationships that we have within the community. It's not going to be one blanket thing for everybody.
Yeah.
But I believe that with enough people that go forward and in their relationships and in their dynamics, they hold people accountable, but also show love in that. That's the key. It can't be all bad. It can't be all, oh, you fucked up because you did this, this, and this. Understanding and having that empathy and realizing that we're all traumatized in some way. We're all out here fucked up. None of us really know what we're doing. We just kind of out here winging it. We out here bumping into trees, knocking shit over. We don't know what's really going on. We trying to do the best we can with what we got.
Yeah.
And not everyone is as far along in their in their healing than as the next person. So understand that people are going to be in different levels on their journey. So I think as long as we keep that in mind, we'll be able to hold people accountable without shaming them.
Good point, sir. Queen adds on, you have those open transparency conversations that are ready to accept your opinion or thoughts through love, not hurt and trauma. Yeah, like because people have to be willing to receive what you're saying, or it's just speaking on deaf ears.
Right.
So again, for anybody in the chat that missed that question, how do we hold people accountable without shaming? And just a gentle reminder, no naming names, y'all. I know y'all be wanting to name drop. We don't need to hear it. Just speak from your own experience.
I told Ray, he need to grow the fuck up.
And if everyone is okay with this question, if we've gotten all our responses, I got another one to throw at y'all. Okay. Be gentle. Let's see here. Anybody else?
No.
All right. Let's see if this question gets you. What does repair look like in power exchange?
What does repair look like in power exchange? Change behaviors, change patterns, of course.
Stephanie added, make yourself available as a safe space whenever they're ready to talk about it. Also, gentle calling in.
Okay. Definitely. Yeah, I think in power exchange, repair is always going to look like change behavior. That's the main thing that we expect. You can't compete. You can't repeat the same behaviors and say that you're growing. It's not really growing. It's not working on anything if you're constantly doing the same thing over and over. You got to change the behavior. So I believe that's one thing that repair would definitely look like.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I'd say consistency. So not just showing change for a week or two. See, I'm different. Yay, I'm not doing that old behavior anymore. And then 3 weeks later, you're back to old habits. So consistency definitely needs to be a part of repair. It's just like bandaging the wound. You don't bandage it one day, and then the next day, while it's still all bloody, I'm gonna leave it open, let it do what happen. No, you have to tend to that wound consistently in order for it to heal appropriately. Okay, my 2 cents, my 2.5 cents.
I think somebody said to the chat.
Let's see here. Queen added, repair looks like laying it all on the table, accepting and holding your words to actions. Stop blaming.
Okay. Okay.
You made me act like this.
It's your fault.
I wasn't even tripping. Oh my gosh, when I say it out loud, it definitely sounds toxic.
You wasn't even tripping. It's your fault.
That's your representative. That's good. I like that. Moving with you, not your representative. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
She said, moving with you, not your representative. Queen.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the original wool over the eye.
Where is Singer at?
Where's she
I know
going?
she must have got busy. She got something going on.
Yeah. She left us. You know what? I had noticed we were missing something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I looked too.
Alrighty. So we got one more question. How do you confront healing language being misused? Oh, before that, while everyone's thinking on the answer, Stephanie said, "How dare you dysregulate me?"
How dare you?
One, two.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself, and I'm drinking wine, so just don't mind me.
Hey.
So again, how do you guys confront healing language that's being misused?
That's a good one.
Miss Summer?
Who haven't we called on?
Right, I'm looking. We got Carissa.
I believe Carissa's driving.
Oh yeah, that might be it. We have Shay in the chat comment. She said, "Name the impact without the drama." I.e., she's still typing. I know something good about to come. Sugar said, "I'm sorry, y'all. My friend is here, but he outside put my steering wheel cover on. I'm listening though."
I mean, I hope he ain't listening. He's gonna be like, you telling these people I'm putting.
Right.
Telling these people I'm putting your steering wheel cover on.
Okay, Carissa is driving. Be safe, honey. Let's see here. I do believe he's a group member, but I ain't sure.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool. We ain't sharing nobody. Okay, here comes Shay. When you use therapy language to dismiss my experience, it feels invalidating. Oh, she said he bad her. Go ahead, Miss Sugar. But dismiss.
Oh, that's the one that she was talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, all right. Go ahead, girl.
Look, she did the pimp face. I'm just saying.
Oh, but I got to go back to this just because I feel like some people in the chat may need to share this one. Shay just dropped the gem of a response to how do you confront healing language is being misused. She said again, y'all, when you use therapy language to dismiss my experience, it feels invalidating. Ooh, I wouldn't even use all those big words on sentence. That's real smart, educated.
She always got something good to say.
She always got something good to say.
I'll take that.
Yeah. No, look, I don't got nothing to respond to that with. That's it. Alrighty. Weird. All right, you guys. So tonight resonated again. Shameless plug. I'm sorry in advance. Our academy and our school space are where this work continues safely. So if you're really like a person that likes visual aspects, these videos go up, I believe, like every 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks. So on a rotation. So you'll see this video from tonight in 3 weeks. And on Triskelion Academy, if you hear any topics that interest you in our discussions, you can look it up there. So let's see here. Yeah, that was it. I'm done plugging. Yeah.
Done plugging.
All righty. And also, healing in community is harder and healthier. And we're going to go ahead and close out with some reflection and final words. Healing isn't about comfort, it's about courage. And if your healing hurts people and never repairs, it's not healing yet.
Okay.
We just in the process. We working on
it. Right. This is the standard we're building at Triskelion Dynasty: education, empowerment, and entertainment, accountability with compassion. I want everybody to remember that we do have those free courses opening up soon. The school community is open and the packages are dropping soon. So keep your eyes open for that. We do have a list of references. I'm not going to read them all off, but if anybody wants the references, we can make sure that we send y'all a copy of all the references. I recommend it. It's good reading. Yeah. Nothing wrong with getting some case study. I love case study because it relates to the real world in a way that just theory don't. So we got to make sure you read those things and look that up. It was a great discussion tonight.
It was.
You know, we kept it light, but we got it done. I appreciate everybody coming out, spending your Tuesday afternoon with us, Tuesday evening. You get off work, you're tired, people been messing with you all day, and you come out and you still get on the line with us. And just, you know, it's a beautiful thing because there's some of these faces I know going to be here every week. Like it's kind of like it's family.
Yeah.
Not kind of like family. It is family.
Hey, cousin.
We get together, we chit chat, we chop it up about these different topics. Everybody learns, everybody walks away better for it. This week, I'm going to do something a little bit different with the jokes because somebody's been trying to up their joke game. So I'm going to let somebody else tell a joke. It was a good one. It was a good one. I'll admit it. It was a good one. So I figured I'll let her tell this joke because y'all probably tired of my jokes by now.
Which one?
The notions.
Okay. What do you call a man with no shins?
What do you call a man with no shins? What?
Tony.
Toe to knee.
Oh, no. Lord. Goodbye. Good night.
I thought it was good. I thought it was funny. Look, everybody, they close it out now. They're like, bye, nigga.
I got another one.
One more. One more, and then we out of here.
All right. I got good news and bad news. The bad news is that Lorraine found me cheating with Clara Lee and left me. The good news is I can see clearly now. Lorraine is gone.
That's good. Lord.
Yeah.
He's trying to hate. I've been making him laugh.
Yeah, he's with shenanigans. We
Introducing the Knights. Here you go.
Right.
This is it.
All right.
Welcome.
All right, y'all. Thanks for coming out again. 40 hours sooner. Y'all got to know we love y'all, and I appreciate y'all coming out with us. See you next week, and also in the group. Yeah. 40 hours sooner, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Good evening.
Bye. Night.